Hi future scientists, I am Atom. In this lesson, we'll discuss the process of writing formulas for simple ionic compounds with transition metals, ionic compounds with polyatomic ions, 4 common mistakes to avoid, and 10 practice questions. What is an ionic compound? An ionic compound consists of oppositely charged ions. The electrostatic attraction, or the ionic bond between the positive cations and the negative anions holds them together. How to write formulas for ionic compounds? The smallest whole number ratio of cations to anions is the empirical formula which is used to describe ionic compounds. For example, in NaCl, there is a 1:1 ratio between the sodium 1 plus ions and the chloride 1 minus ions. So the formula is NaCl. Part 1. Writing formulas for simple ionic compounds. We will practice this using the Criss Cross method. Let us write the formula for calcium fluoride. Step 1. Write the metal symbol and its positive charge first, which is a cation, followed by the non-metal symbol and its negative charge, the anion. So calcium will be 2 plus because it's family 2 with 2 valence electrons. Fluorine is 1 minus because it's a halogen with 1 valence electron. Step 2. The positive and negative charges need to balance in the compound. So the number of the charges of the metal without the sign becomes the subscript for the non-metal. Same way, the number of the charges of the non-metal without the sign becomes the subscript of the metal. This is called criss-crossing. So it will look like Ca subscript 1, F subscript 2. Step 3. Make sure the ratio of the subscripts is the lowest possible ratio. Step 4. Some students leave the formula as Ca1F2. This is incorrect. The subscript 1 should not be shown in the final formula. Also, some students show the charges above the element symbols. That is incorrect as well. Write the formula without the subscript 1 and also without the charges. So the formula for calcium fluoride is CaF2. Part 2. Writing formulas for ionic compounds with transition metals. Let us write the formula for iron 3 oxide. We use the same Criss Cross method here. Fe is a transition metal and has multiple charges. Roman numeral 3 means Fe is 3 plus. Oxygen is 2 minus. Now we criss-cross, so we get Fe2O3. Now let us write the formula for iron 2 oxide. Roman numeral 2 means Fe is a 2 plus. Oxygen is 2 minus, so let's do a criss-cross, so we get Fe2O2. Some students leave the formula as is, and that is incorrect. You need to reduce it to the lowest possible ratio. So the formula is FeO for iron 2 oxide. Part 3. Writing formulas for ionic compounds with polyatomic ions. Polyatomic ions are groups of atoms bonded together with a net electric charge. I've listed a few polyatomic ions here. Nitrate is NO3 1 minus, sulfate SO4 2 minus, phosphate PO4 3 minus, hydroxide OH 1 minus, carbonate CO3 2 minus, and ammonium NH4 1 plus. Let us write the formula for magnesium nitrate. Magnesium is 2 plus because it's from family 2 with 2 valence electrons. Nitrate is 1 minus. So criss-cross, we get Mg1NO3 2. Some students convert this to MgN2O6, and that is incorrect. NO3 1 minus is a polyatomic ion and needs to be kept together. And if there are 2 nitrate ions, keep them in parentheses with the subscript 2 outside the parenthesis. So the correct formula is Mg, start parenthesis, NO3, close parenthesis, subscript 2. Practice questions. 1. Chromium 6 sulfide. So chromium is 6 plus, sulfur is 2 minus. Criss cross, we get Cr2s6. Lowest possible ratio would be Crs3. Question 2. Beryllium oxide. Be is 2 plus, O is 2 minus. So we'll do criss cross and we get Be2O2. Lowest possible ratio would be BeO. Question 3. Iron 2 sulfate. Iron is 2 plus, sulfate is 2 minus. Criss cross, Fe2SO4 2. Lowest possible ratio would be FeSO4. Question 4. Lead 4 nitrate. Pb is 4 plus, NO3 is 1 minus. We'll do criss cross and we get Pb1, NO3 4. So the final formula is Pb, NO3 in parentheses, subscript 4. Question 5. Copper 1 carbonate. Copper is 1 plus, CO3 is 2 minus. Criss cross, we get Cu2, CO3 1. So the final formula is Cu2, CO3. Question 6. Aluminum hydroxide. Aluminum is 3 plus, hydroxide is 1 minus. Criss cross, we get AlOH3. Question 7. Zinc sulfate. Zinc is 2 plus, sulfate is 2 minus. Zinc has a fixed charge even though it is a transition metal. Criss cross, we get zinc 2SO4 2. Lowest possible ratio is zinc SO4. Question 8. Barium phosphate. Barium is 2 plus, phosphate is 3 minus. Criss cross, we get Ba3PO4 2. Question 9. Lithium nitride. Li is 1 plus, N is 3 minus, so we get Li3N. Question 10. Iron 3 nitrate. Iron is 3 plus, NO3 is 1 minus. So we do criss cross and we get Fe subscript 1, NO3 subscript 3. And we write the final formula as FeNO3 3. There you have it. Writing formulas for ionic compounds simplified. Please subscribe, share, like, and support. And I will see you with more science content. Happy learning. Thank you.